Who is watching you? For these readings, I invite you to think about your sun sign, and in particular, those secretive places in your chart that would be your moon sign, your 8th house sign, your 12th house sign. Think about those places as you watch these videos. In addition to your rising, if you want, some people do, but these are particularly suited to your secretive places in your chart. So besides your major 3 placements, your sun, your moon, your rising, you can also consider things from your 12th house, your 8th house, and your moon. As these readings are readings for the collective, do take them as they resonate if they resonate. They are readings for the collective after all. If you appreciate my time in doing this reading, you can give me a like or send a little love my way via a donation. Well, if you have any comments to share, please do. I sort of forget. I think I did 3 readings earlier today. Today was so busy. I think I did. We could have done the water signs in an air. No, I did water signs in Leo. Well, we'll see. Let's start off with air. And that's the first collective we will start off with. We'll start off with, let's see. Start off with Libra. Libra collective. Who is watching? Libra. I have a page of swords. Page of swords for Libra. Page of wands. Page of pentacles. 6. The person who's watching you, first of all, Libra, is impressed by you. Libra, if you know this person only on a superficial level. Maybe they've caught your eye, Libra, but I don't think you've thought much more of it. All page energy, very new energy, Libra, very skittish energy, Libra. Bold energy as well. Libra, the person who's watching you may be the type just to say hello to you, Libra, and yet at this point, not much more. They are forming their opinion about you, Libra, forming their thoughts about you. They are highly impressed with you, Libra, though, know that. Probably in this energy too, Libra, the person who's watching you is wondering, what can they say? How should they present themselves in order to make the best impression upon you? Libra, this person that's watching you, although skittish and bold and fresh energy, they will probably take their time, Libra, because they do want to make an interesting or an impactful first impression. They want to impress you, and because they want to impress you, they're going to make sure they have their homework done. Expect that, Libra. This person probably already is being pleasant to you somewhat around your actual physical space. Maybe they smile at you, maybe they say little word snippets to you, but not much more than that. Thank you for the like. Go on to the next air sign. Let's check out Aquarius. Who is watching Aquarius? Two of Swords with a Knight of Swords, bottom of the deck energy. Person who's watching you, Aquarius, is someone who you've already dealt with. This person has come to a decision about you, Aquarius. They know something, something relevant, I'd say. Not the full story about you, Aquarius, but I'd say for whatever little snippet they know about you, Aquarius, it probably is quite accurate. They have opinions formed about you, Aquarius. Are they watching you, Aquarius, as much as, well, they're thinking about you, I feel, more than watching you? Because, Aquarius, they know that little snippet about you. Whatever they know quite well. That's influencing their current movements. Let's go and find out more about this Two of Swords. By the way, Libra energy is coming out here, as well as a little bit of Capricorn. Also, too, if we want to take a step back and think about it, Aquarius, they could be thinking, what is the potential outcome of pursuing anything further with you or pursuing you in general? Learning more about you, how does that benefit them? Where would that leave them? Where would it take them? So I have a Queen of Pentacles, Aquarius. Five of Cups, Aquarius. Aquarius, the person who's watching you is someone who is thinking about you more than watching. Aquarius, this person has probably gone no contact. This person probably, well, they probably found something out, Aquarius. Probably realized something from that little grain, that 10% or 5% or 25% of whatever they know about you, Aquarius, and they probably gave up on the connection or gave up on actively pursuing it. They took a step back, Aquarius, to see what would happen, and obviously, Aquarius, nothing has happened. The person who's watching you is someone who sees you as a missed opportunity. There was a potential for commitment, Aquarius, but other things have taken priority. That's who's watching Aquarius. Thank you for the like. Let's go and check out the next air sign. Oh, significant Libra energy there, Aquarius. Still some Capricorn. And what was that other card? Even though I just folded it back, I did forget. Oh, Five of Cups, Scorpio. Could be too that they're in a period of reminiscing right now. As I said, not so much thinking, more, excuse me, not so much watching, more thinking, reminiscing. Let's go and see who is watching Gemini. I have the Chariot, Gemini. I have someone on the move. Chariot with Knight of Swords, definitely someone on the move. Page of Pentacles. Magician, I do read my magicians as Gemini energy. Seven of Cups. Gemini, the person who's watching you is a very busy person. Maybe Gemini, your schedule and their schedule prevents both of you from meeting up. Because I do have somebody who's very industrious, who's watching you. This person is not a slouch. This person is very busy, and this person is actually on the move. Gemini, this person, I don't expect them to be quiet. The person who's watching you, who I'm picking up, they probably are keeping in touch with you, although you haven't seen them, at least haven't seen them regularly. But I do think this person keeps in contact with you regularly. You are definitely in conversation with this person more often than you see them. King of Cups. Maybe it's some, oops, bunch of cards fell out. Maybe it's some flirtatious energy here. Flirtatious interchange. Nice interchange. I think, Gemini, this person should leave a smile on your face to know that you're on their mind. Strength. Person who's watching you, Gemini, should be someone who is in contact with you. Gemini, I don't think this person is hiding at all their affection for you, Gemini. I do think this person is very busy, Gemini. This person has a lot of things that they want to attend to, but I do think you are one of those priorities, Gemini, that they are attending to as well. Could be a friend, Gemini. Could be a romantic interest, Gemini. Could this be family, Gemini? It could be. It's someone who definitely is very sweet on you. This person is affectionate on you. This person has affection for you. And this person is watching you in good energy. This person cares quite strongly. That's who's watching Gemini. Oh, should I say signs? Well, I read my Knight of Wands predominantly as Sagittarius. I have some Cancer, Pisces, Leo energies here. But as I said, this person is very sweet and affectionate towards you, Gemini. Let's go and see our next sign, our next element. We'll do fire. I did already do Leo earlier today, but I could do Leo again. King of Swords wanted to slip out. Leo. Who's watching Leo? I have a Two of Swords again, Two of Pentacles. Who's watching Leo? Somebody who's trying to appear much colder than they actually are inside, Leo. This person met you, Leo, and was captivated by you, Leo. They were captivated by you perhaps not too long ago, Leo. This person, Leo, is suffering from a little bit of insecurity about you, Leo. And because they like you so much, Leo, I do think they are playing it extra cold. Well, not cold. They're playing it cool. Maybe a little frustratingly so. Leo, person is not being straightforward with you. Definitely is not being straightforward with you, Leo. You can tell this person likes you. I have no doubt that person would let that know. That known rather, but they're not dealing with you directly, transparently. They're playing games, Leo. They like you so much, Leo, they don't want you to know. Significant Capricorn and Libra energy coming in here, Leo. But let's find out more. Two of Swords gets the Devil. Another two with Two of Wands and Three of Wands. Leo, the person who's watching you is playing a hot, cold game. This person, you know this person. This person flirts with you but is not direct. This person plays hot. This person plays cold. This person is busy but not that busy, Leo. Leo, they want to see if you'll chase. They try and entice you, Leo, just enough to see how you'll behave, and then they go and they sit back and they see what is the result of that, Leo. Person plays too many games, Leo. Too many games. Significant energy that's coming up here as well as Aries, in addition to the Capricorn and Libra, some Cancer. You know, and these energies too, Leo, I'd be curious about their Mars, their Pluto, their fifth house energies, maybe their Mercuries. Let's go and see Sagittarius, who is watching. Well, Sagittarius definitely has someone watching you. Oh, Sagittarius. This is someone who is in contact with you as well, Sagittarius, the person who's watching you. You know, they're in contact with you, Sagittarius, sporadically, not necessarily regularly, but enough to go and keep the connection alive. Person is interested, very interested, Sagittarius. The person is also treating you like something about you is hot, Sagittarius. Well, no pun intended. Something about you, Sagittarius, is hot. Something about you, Sagittarius, could be a little, do I say the word forbidden? Untouchable? Something around that energy, Sagittarius. They're curious, but they're not sure, Sagittarius, how far should they go? How deep should they get involved? But Sagittarius, this person is feeling you in committed energy. Committed energy, but the whole strong feeling of don't touch, hands off. Sagittarius, I have Three of Wands, 10 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles under our 7 of Swords. Sagittarius, the person who's watching you is busy. Not necessarily busy with you, just busy in general. I still get that strong feeling, Sagittarius, that they think that you are a hands-off matter. They like to say, Sagittarius, they already made up their mind about you, and something about you and them perhaps is incompatible or just too much effort, too different. And yet, Sagittarius, they can't help but want to go and keep a connection, a link open with you, to you. This person, Sagittarius, definitely goes and contacts you sporadically. Not sure what to do. Definitely think they should let go of they do think, is it let go of the situation, let go of the connection? It's like so much has gone on that they should move on, but they can't. And Sagittarius, for all the busyness this person is under, I do think they are a little lonely too, Sagittarius. Curious energy, Sagittarius, a person who's watching you. They've made up their mind, Sagittarius, to go on their own independent energy, but a bit lonely. Sagittarius, nines may be relevant here, sevens may be relevant here. We also have Taurus, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Virgo, and Pisces. Those were the energies there. I almost wonder with those energies, I would definitely apply them, Sagittarius, to their watery places. Watery places in their chart. This isn't at all Sagittarius an energy that is prominent, but more like energy they are trying to repress. Aries, who is watching Aries? Five of Wands, Aries, Page of Wands, still there. Gee, fives. Well, first of all, what this tells me, Aries, a person who's watching you is very kinetic. You know, fives are one of those numbers that just by their virtue of being here inspires change. Change in behavior, change in action, change in perception. Once seen cannot unsee. Once known cannot ignore. This is Aries, right? Aries, the person who's watching you is someone who had to go and take a step back. You know this person, Aries. Aries, they had to take a step back from you. They had to take a step back actually from a lot of things. A lot of things, Aries. They had to go and find their own center again. They had to go and make peace with that which they wanted and where they're at right now. Did they make peace with it, Aries? I don't know if the word is make peace, but there definitely was something that went on in this person's life as a whole, Aries, that forced them to detach. They were supposed to go and find, I guess, just be happy with the process rather than the result. And yet the aftertaste of the process is still a sore point for this person, Aries, who's watching you. Aries, this person who's watching you wants to make significant change. They want to be, Aries, more than they are right now. And they're frustrated, disappointed, ashamed. And they don't want to show that, Aries. So this person that's watching you, 5 of Wands, we have 9 of Cups, Page of Swords, another 5 of Pentacles. Aries, a person who's watching you definitely broke off contact with you. They broke off contact with you, but with that Page of Wands energy, Ace of Wands energy, which of course Ace of Wands is Aries energy. Aries is person who's watching you. You haven't seen them in a while. Aries, I don't know if you knew about that 5 of Cups, Devil, High Priestess, Temperance energy that was going on or is going on in this person's life. Aries, I don't know if you know about the breakdown of something significant to them and the shame they felt. I do feel that they felt shame, Aries, in how things went down outside of their control, Aries. This isn't like something that happened because they willfully self-destructed. Their environment is something outside of their control. Their environment imploded in some way. But nonetheless, they felt shame because of that. Anyway, Aries, this person who's watching you, something about their environment had to change. And they were not willingly accepting that change, Aries, and therefore things toppled because I guess they just needed to be moved in a certain way. And so this person withdrew from you, Aries. Aries, this person hasn't been in contact with you for some time, but they're watching you because they're planning to. They're planning to. Of course, the energy I have here is exactly that. Planning to. When things get better. This person does intend to make better. Still plenty of 5s here. This person is still in a big state of flux and transformation. Person is very determined. Person will not allow, Aries, this situation to go and keep them down. Also, 2 Aries, if you deal with this person or if you reach out to this person, I don't know, Aries, Taurus, Pisces, Leo energy coming up here. I don't know, Aries, if they would readily, some Aquarius energy, I don't know if they would readily, Aries, accept being close with you because they're not ready yet. But this person is trying to sort things out, Aries. 5s may be significant in this energy. Did I do all the fire signs? I think I did. I did air, I did fire, earth. Who is watching, Taurus? Someone who you were kind to, Taurus. Well, maybe you weren't exactly kind to them, Taurus, but you dealt with them honestly. Maybe you called something out to them, Taurus. Something they didn't want to acknowledge, or something about your relationship that you called out. You called on them, Taurus, to do something, be something, show something. You challenge them, Taurus, in a way that they would be able to respond to. But I think in your challenge, Taurus, well, either you wanted to clarify something on your end, get some answers on your end, Taurus, or you ignited a sore point. Was there 2 cards behind that? I can't tell now. Or you ignited a sore point. Anyway, we have 6 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy 2. We are in Scorpio season, Taurus. Let's find out more. 6 of Cups gets a 10 of Wands. Page of Swords. Taurus, a person who's watching you is a friend. What kind of friend? A sensitive friend. Someone has a thin skin, Taurus. Would they show it, Taurus? I think you'd know it, Taurus. You definitely challenge this person, Taurus. If you didn't challenge them directly, you challenge them to do a certain type of action in a certain type of way. You demanded something from them, Taurus, something that was within your right to do so. Significant Sagittarius energy here, Taurus. This person who's watching you, they're going to show you, Taurus. They have something to prove to you, Taurus. I say thin skin this person has, Taurus, because they're still taking that challenge very, almost in the wrong way. They want to show you, Taurus, almost in the wrong way. Very confrontational energy. Like, this person would cut off their toes just to prove their point, Taurus. It's almost that kind of energy. Just to show you that either they can do it, well, they can do it, whatever that may be. Taurus, someone who felt challenged by you and therefore belittled. They're planning, Taurus, a comeback, a reply, something in reaction to what you did. And that's why they're watching you. Thank you for the like. Let's go and see Capricorn. Who's watching Capricorn? Someone, Capricorn, who you haven't seen in a while, Capricorn. Necessity, Capricorn, called for distance. Been a period of time, Capricorn, since you interacted with this person. And Capricorn, you have some memories with this person. Something about this connection, Capricorn, you could have labored. Wow, all these tens. Oh, that's crazy, Capricorn. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. The world is a generational timing card. We have Wheel of Fortune. All of these phase cards, Taurus, tens energy. My mind is a little slow right now. Like chapters in a book energy, Capricorn. I'm not going to say, Capricorn, you have a lot of history with this person. But I would say, Capricorn, the connection that you had in the time that you dealt with this person, Capricorn, a lot went down and a lot of emotions were experienced. Also, too, Capricorn, you got close to this person, Capricorn. You got close to this person, you know their family, Capricorn. This person labored for you, you labored for them. The connection was labored, but also, too, you had other people in your relationship. You met close people to each other. Whether you met their family, they met your family, they came over to your work, they came over to your home, vice versa. It's that kind of energy. And that was a phase at that time. And there's some wistfulness here, but also, too, in this energy, Capricorn, with Wheel of Fortune and Justice. It's like that was a phase. And where boundaries crossed, well, what was done at the time, what was needed to be done at the time was done. Almost like recap type of energy, Capricorn. Also, to Capricorn, now that all of this past has baked, what is the result of it? That's the energy that we have here, Capricorn. A separation from someone. But also, too, the hope was, Capricorn, at least on one person's end, that so much more could be possible, especially with all these tens here. Let's find out more about Justice. Thank you for the like. Justice. We have a Two of Cups. So if I was going to say energies, well, as I said, we had all those tens. Number 10 could be relevant to Capricorn. Also the number 1. 10 breaks down to 1. Justice is 11. 2 ones. Also 2 comes down to 2. We have 2 energies. So not zeros. Ones, tens, twos could be relevant. Energies coming up. Well, we had some Sagittarius, some Pisces, and some Virgo energy. We could also think about it too, the effort to build out your dreams. That's the kind of energy that's here, Capricorn. Anyway, so Justice gets a Two of Cups and some cards that fell out. I'm not going to take those, but I am going to fold them back in. Two of Cups. Two of Cups gets death. Oh, excuse me, not Two of Cups. Justice gets death. Okay, Capricorn. So the person who's watching you, uh, all that went down at that particular time, Capricorn, because there's something more to it. Something more to your connection. Also, too, I have significant Cancerian energy here. Scorpio, four of Pentacles is Capricorn, and then if I already said, or if I didn't say it justice, is Libra. The person who's watching you would like to revitalize the connection with all those tens. In other words, all that faded time period, a period of time in which a lot went down. There's some sort of energetic glue, energetic Velcro between you and that situation, you and that person, you and that person's world and your world. There's a resistance and yet there's Velcro. Person who's watching you, Capricorn, is unwilling to let that phase be just simply a phase. They also found it too, Capricorn, with all those 10 energies that were there. Very exciting. Very exciting. And they want more. You colored their world in that connection, Capricorn. And their world has never been experienced in such a hue. So the person who's watching you, Capricorn, has no intention of remaining a past memory. All that 10 energy with justice, they're going to utilize what they know about you, Capricorn, and what they can find out about you, Capricorn, to create a phase 2. Anyway, let's go on to, see, I did Taurus, right? Yes, I did Taurus, I did Capricorn, Virgo. Let's see, Virgo. Who's watching? Virgo. This person has been watching you for a while, Virgo. Have they been watching you, waiting, Virgo, for your ship to come in, for prosperity to come, for some sort of green light signal? Something that you achieve, Virgo. Maybe, Virgo, you told them that there was something that you wanted to achieve, something that you're striving for. Person is rooting for you. Person is watching from the sidelines, Virgo, for your success. This person who's watching you, Virgo, anticipates your success. With that success, Virgo, they will come closer. Maybe they'll send some congratulatory note. Maybe, Virgo, the person who's watching you is waiting for their success. Sometimes these things could be interchanged, right? But it's easier to read it from one direction. Anyway, Virgo, the person who's watching you, definitely success is a big thing. Well, a big thing, success is a big thing to all of us, but there's some sort of green light, some sort of to-do item, Virgo. that they need to have or that you need to have, that they're waiting for. We'll find out more. I have Capricorn, I have some Leo, and I have some Aquarius energy here, Virgo. Ace of Pentacles gets, well, interesting with the Tower. Also interesting too, because we are in Scorpio season. Came out of Libra season. All right, Virgo. Virgo, have you been feeling? Tell me, Virgo, you must be feeling something. That Tower and all this energy here with the Tower, that can't go unnoticed by you, Virgo. Maybe even in your dreams or your waking dreams, your daydreams, maybe in conversations. Virgo, has someone been on your mind? Because there's someone who has been watching you, Virgo. I don't know if you have achieved this success or they have achieved success, but success is definitely in the energy of you and this person watching. And this person has a huge declaration to come and share with you, Virgo. This person has success to share with you, Virgo. This person has been rooting for you, Virgo, throughout, well, from the sidelines. Interesting, Virgo. Virgo, you know this person. Know this person well enough to know their dreams. They know you well enough, Virgo, to know your dreams. And one of you guys have achieved success, if not both, and is going to come and share that success. Doesn't really matter in this energy who achieves success if it's only one, but success will be shared. Energies will have Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, and Aquarius with some Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. See, that was Virgo. And that leaves the water signs. Well, I did do the water signs earlier, but I can do the water signs one more time. So as I mentioned, this is if you have, so you can actually check it out twice then, because I did do it maybe 6 hours ago or so, back when it was still daylight. So remember, for these readings, not only your sun, moon, and rising, but also your 8th house and 12th house. Let's see Scorpio for the Scorpio collective. I don't even remember the messages, too, that came in for who's watching you earlier, which is a good thing. Take in the energy and let it go just as quickly. So, Scorpio. Who's watching Scorpio? Someone who's getting warmer to you, Scorpio. Person, Scorpio. Stubborn. This person is stubborn. Stubborn. Scorpio, the person who's watching you wasn't sure what they wanted from you. Wasn't sure what they wanted from you. Scorpio wasn't sure what you would want from them. And so, Scorpio, they drifted. they drifted and yet still kept some touch points to you and just watching. Hands off, but watching. Hands off and doing things around you, but not with you, Scorpio. Taurus energy is coming up here, Scorpio. Thank you for the like. Let's find out more. 8 of Cups. Okay. Oh, and Scorpio, that person can continue to just watch you. They will continue to just watch you. Scorpio, you haven't heard from this person for a long time. As I mentioned, something about this person's energy was stubborn. Maybe Scorpio, because you presented yourself in a stubborn way. This is who I am. This is what I want. Something along those lines. Something about how strongly, I'm not going to say stubborn, Scorpio, how strongly you presented yourself made this person pause and made this person wonder maybe if they could handle you or if they could manipulate you, if they could work you. How pliable would you be, Scorpio? There's some sort of energy in that. And because, Scorpio, you were just too strong, too centered in your core. So, Scorpio, you haven't heard from this person or seen this person in a while, but oh, are they watching you? Still have strong Taurus here, Scorpio. I have Taurus, I have some Capricorn, some Aries, and some Pisces, but strong Taurus. Maybe too in this energy, they dealt with you like around the beginning of the year to spring, or a springtime, winter, springtime, somewhere around that time frame. And this person has gotten into such a habit with you, Scorpio, of only watching you. Scorpio, you on social media? Do you post things about your life? Because this person is getting fodder for what you're doing, Scorpio, despite not being in contact with you, Scorpio. They're getting a whole lot of fodder about your life to muse over, to chew over, without even knowing who you are today. That's who's watching, Scorpio. So, who are we on next? Pisces. Do Pisces one more time. And that way, too, we'll make it an even hour, won't we? Pisces. Who is watching Pisces? One more message for who is watching Pisces. I have the Devil with Page of Cups. Someone who's sweet on you, Pisces. Sweet on what Pisces could be like. 10 of Cups, of course, is Piscean energy. Maybe this person has fantasies about you. I actually read my Queen of Pentacles as Capricorn. So Devil and Capricorn. We have some Capricorn energy coming up here. Oh, but a mismatch. 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Mismatch to some extent. What makes you happy, Pisces, will not make this person happy. Where you find happiness are two different things. What you value are two different things. And Pisces is probably why this didn't work out. or even why maybe this never even appeared on your radar, you never even entertained it, didn't really care about it one way or another. Still being friendly enough for this person to imagine and hope. But they surely should know too, Pisces, that the things that make you happy and what makes them happy are two different things. Also, two Pisces in this energy, what you would settle for and what they would settle for, two different things, Pisces. Okay, Chi Chi. Chi Chi says, "Oh, but why are you talking to the wall and the cards?" My little kitty cat. So, Pisces, let's find out more about this devil. Devil gets a King of Swords in the world. Person definitely, Pisces, has a different value system than yours. Of course, that value system could be, Pisces, something intrinsic, a different culture, a different location, definitely a different path. Whether it's different background, different location, something is quite different there. Pisces, the person who's watching you, they've been watching you for a while. And Pisces, this person who's watching you, well, they've been watching you for a while. They've known you for a while. They know that you are different, Pisces. You probably know too, Pisces, you don't really have that much of an interest in them, Pisces. Oh, Pisces, you have an unrequited love here, whom you are not attracted to. And they know that. They can attract you physically. Maybe there's some mentally you could find something to be called friends or to have a friendship. Okay, Chi Chi, or to be called friendship with, but this person wants, Pisces, so much more from you. So much more from you, Pisces. I have Cancer. King of Swords to me is kind of like a mix of air. I do read my queens as cardinals, so I would say Gemini and Aquarius, since my queens are cardinals. But yeah, we have some Cancer, we have some Gemini, we have Taurus, Capricorn, and essentially what I have here is a huge case of somebody unrequited love. This person probably, I would think that they would be your friend or someone who would talk to you as that, but yeah, the attraction just isn't there on your end. And they know it. And yet they want you. They go, you're some sort of ideal that they know will never happen, Pisces. What's that sound effect? Okay, Chi Chi. Well, we can use my Chi Chi sound effect. The row, the cry of disappointment, Pisces. That's that person's theme song. Let's go and do the final sign, just to round it out to about an hour, and that will be Cancer. So, Cancer, can we handle two people, two messages of who's watching Cancer? I don't even remember the first message. But if you're interested, you can check that out earlier. It was the water signs in Leo. All right, Cancer, let's see who's watching Cancer. Hangman and Seven of Cups. Well, on one hand, Cancer, the person who's watching you is a stick in the mud. Person is lazy, Cancer. On another side here, Cancer person is very imaginative. Hangman and Seven of Cups lives in their head, Cancer. Fantasizes extremely. Also, too, the communication skills, Cancer. Chi-Chi, quiet. Their skills, Cancer, poor, but their imagination high, can't really communicate that which they would like to. Gee, such painful energy, Cancer. Essentially, Cancer, you have an admirer who's watching you. This person is someone who wishes they could be so much more to you than they, at least right now, could ever be. And that's probably because they have wimpy, limpy energy. This is limp energy. This is wimpy energy. It's growing energy because this person is a dreamer. This person is sensitive, Cancer. This person is mush. Anyway, significant energies here, Cancer, definitely are Pisces energy. I have some Gemini and I have some Scorpio. With all this energy, Cancer, and there's a lot of angst here, I would almost be there. Like, is this watery energy in their watery places? It could be. It could also be in their first house, Cancer, and it could be in their Mars, Cancer. It could be in their communication, Cancer. Okay, Chi-Chi. I may have to switch my cat. My cat's with I can't have like all four cats running around when I do a reading. I need to have someone in the cubby. Somehow 3 cats is fine, 4 cats out is mayhem when I turn my back. So, yeah, Cancer, that's first of all who's watching you. Somebody who's dreaming about you. Anyway, let's find out more. I have somebody who's watching from the sidelines, all up in their head and emotions. Poor communicator. King of Wands. 5 of Pentacles and a Queen. Oh, it's sad. It's a sad reading, Cancer. Of course, 4 of Cups is Cancerian energy. What a sad reading. I don't even know why I'm pulling this message, Cancer. The person who's watching Chi-Chi. I'm going to have to go switch my cat. 1 second. Kochi. Come on, Kochi, Kochi. No, Kochi, Kochi, Kochi. Come on, Kochi. Don't do that to me, girl. Kochi. Come on. I know, come on. I know, but you've been out for a while. Come on. Come on, Kochi. No, Kochi. Come on. No, let's put you away. Come on. That's a good boy. Okay. So, you want to say hi? Says I was thirsty. Okay. Well, anyway, he's out now. So, yeah, Cancer, the person who's watching you, King of Wands, Queen of Wands. Well, this is soulmate energy. Also, two strong-willed individuals, Cancer. Perhaps this person feels like you have their path, you have your path, and something about it was just too much effort. or too much effort to go through. Maybe too, Cancer, with all this wishy-washy, wimpy, limp energy, this person just didn't have the confidence or the money or the resources or the clout, Cancer, to come forward to you. They felt that they had nothing really to impress you or to provide. Something about this person definitely is lacking. Maybe they lacked in spiritual core, Cancer, too. Still defining who they are, what they would say yes to, what they definitely would say no to. Maybe this person had no firm or clear boundaries. Maybe, Cancer, this person still has no firm boundaries of what they would definitely ultimately say no to. With all that 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups, blah, blah energy, maybe, Cancer, this is a person who can't help but say yes to too many things. Sometimes 4 of Cups energy, Cancer, is like the excess of sitting back. It's like you overflow your cup, you stuff yourself, take in too much, consider too many options when you should cut down. With the Wands energy and this Hangman energy, there is a little bit of a excess, definitely an excess of emotion, could be an excess of experiences, an excess, and yet this person had no real substance or has no real substance. Something about this person's energy, it's funky. Anyway, I'll make connection, but not meant for this lifetime. So let's say do a radical transformational change, which we do have Hangman energy here. I wouldn't hold my breath, Cancer. Don't hold yours. That's who's watching, Cancer. I don't know if I got cut off before I switched my cats out, but I definitely feel like with that energy, those signs, I would look at places like the Mars, like active kinetic place areas. The Mars, the Pluto. Could it be even in the Saturn? How they accept responsibility, how they carry through on their responsibilities. I would definitely say Mars, Pluto, Saturn energies. There's not much communication there, so no communication. Neptune energies, dream spots in their natal chart. Those are the placements that I would go and place. All that Pisces, and what was the other energies that were there? I forgot now. It was a Hangman. Oh, well, you can take it back if you want, but I would place those energies in those type of places. Mars, places of transformation, places of responsibility, and places where they dream. Okay, in addition to maybe their sun or their rising. Well, thank you, everyone, for your time. Thank you for the likes. And I don't know if I'll do another reading. I think we're on daylight savings time, so we got an hour, right? I'll think about it. Till next time. Bye-bye.